Early life. Ibrahim Traore was born in Kera, Bondokui, Muhun Province, on 14 March 1988. After receiving his primary education in Bondokui, he attended a high school in Bobo Dioulasso, the second largest city in Burkina Faso, where he was known as being quiet and very talented. From 2006, he studied geology at the University of Ouagadougou. He was part of the Association of Muslim Students and the Marxist National Association of Students of Burkina Faso, ANEB. In the latter, he rose to delegate and became known for defending his classmates in disputes. He graduated from the university with honors. Traore joined the Army of Burkina Faso in 2009 and graduated from the Georges Namoano Military Academy. He was sent to Morocco for anti-aircraft training before being transferred to an infantry unit in Kaya, a town in northern Burkina Faso. Promoted to lieutenant in 2014, Traore joined MINUSMA, a United Nations peacekeeping force involved in the Mali War. In 2018, he was cited as one of the MINUSMA soldiers who showed courage during major rebel attacks in the Tombouctou region. He subsequently returned to Burkina Faso, where he assisted in operations against the escalating jihadist insurgency. Traore fought at Djibo in the Otapuanu offensive of 2019 and several other counterinsurgency operations in the country's north. He was promoted to captain in 2020. Traore later said that he became disillusioned with his country's leadership around this time, as he saw the widespread lack of equipment of Burkinabe soldiers, while politicians were handing out suitcases of money for bribery. He gradually became the spokesman for soldiers stationed in the north who were frustrated with their government. Traore was part of the group of army officers that supported the January 2022 Burkina Faso coup d'etat and brought the patriotic movement for safeguard and restoration military junta to power. From March 2022, he served as the head of an artillery regiment in Kaya. Whether he was ever associated with the Cobra Special Forces, a counter-terrorist unit founded in 2019, is disputed. According to the BBC, Al Jazeera, and Die Tageszeitung, he was part of the unit at some point. However, the news magazine Jeune Afrique stated that he was never associated with the Cobras. Many supporters of the January coup became dissatisfied with the performance of Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba, the junta's leader, regarding his inability to contain the jihadist insurgency. Traore later said that he and other officers had tried to get Damiba to refocus on the rebellion, but eventually opted to overthrow him as his ambitions were diverting away from what we set out to do. The dissatisfaction about the situation was highest among younger officers who fought against the rebels at the front lines. In addition, there were delays in pay for the Cobra troops. When the plotters launched their coup on the 30th of September, Traore still held the rank of captain. The operation was carried out with the support of the Cobra unit. In the direct aftermath of the coup, Traore was chosen as the new head of the patriotic movement for safeguard and restoration. On the 6th of October, he also assumed the position of interim president as head of state, supreme head of the armed forces. He initially promised to hold democratic elections in July 2024. As president, Traore has maintained the enigmatic and very formal behavior for which he had already been known before rising to power. In April 2023, he declared a general mobilization of the population to support the military, as rebel forces continued to increase the rate of their attacks. Traore publicly pledged to reconquer all rebel-held areas and that there would be no negotiations until the insurgency had been greatly weakened. In the following month, Traore questioned the planned restoration of democracy for 2024, stating that elections could not be held unless the insurgents were pushed back. In February 2023, Traore's government expelled French forces from Burkina Faso, assisting in fighting the local insurgency, He subsequently declared that his nation wanted to look at other horizons because we want win-win partnerships, supporting the diversification of Burkina Faso's international partnerships. Shortly after, Traore's government expressed support for a federation with Mali, and both invited Guinea. All three countries are under military leadership, and if they were to become a union, it would be the largest country ruled by a military junta. To replace French military support, Traore forged closer ties to Turkey and Russia. On 29 July 2023, following the 2023 Russia-Africa Summit, Traore said that the people of his country support Russia, and a decision had been made to reopen the Russian embassy, which closed in 1992, according to the newspaper Le Monde in May 2023. Russian troops, including the Wagner Group, were deployed in Burkina Faso in January 2024.